hope this letter finds you in good health, in good disposition, and enveloped with the spirit of goodness. I must confess that it had never occurred to me before to write you, and I find myself overwhelmed and moved to have this opportunity. Although circumstances have compelled me to reach out to you, I am glad to have this occasion to try and cross the boundaries that would otherwise tend to separate us. I understand that the New Jersey State Police have written to you and asked you to intervene and to help facilitate my extradition back to the United States. I believe that their request is unprecedented in history.
On January 1st, 2021, the Federal Bureau of Investigation calls for new information leading to the apprehension of Assata Shakur. Assata was accused and convicted for the murder of a New Jersey state trooper, born Joanne Deborah Byron, referred to by her married name, Joanne Chesimard, was a target of the FBI's COINTELPRO, which is the counterintelligence program directed against Black Power movement groups and activities. Assata Shakur became involved in political activism while attending Borough of Manhattan Community College. After her graduation, she began using the name Assata Shakur. COINTELPRO was created in 1956 under the direction of John Edgar Hoover, and it was exposed in 1971 when the Citizens Commission to investigate the FBI burglarized an FBI office in Media, Pennsylvania, stole confidential files, and then released them to the press. A major investigation against J. Edgar Hoover's COINTEL program was launched in 1975 by the U.S. Senate Church Committee and was criticized for abridging First Amendment rights. In 2013, Assata Shakur, member of the Black Liberation Army, Black Panther, aunt and godmother to Tupac Shakur, became the first ever woman to make the FBI's most wanted terrorist list.
Under the COINTELPRO program, many political activists were harassed, imprisoned, murdered, or otherwise neutralized. As a result of being targeted by COINTELPRO, I, like many other young people, was faced with the threat of prison, underground, exile, or death. The FBI, with the help of local police agencies, systematically fed false accusations and fake news articles to the press, accusing me and other activists of crimes we did not commit. Although in my case the charges were eventually dropped or I was eventually acquitted, the national and local police agencies created a situation where, based on their false accusations against me, any police officer could shoot me on sight. It was not until the Freedom of Information Act was passed in the mid-70s that we began to see the scope of the United States government's persecution of political activists.
On May 2nd, 1973, Assata Shakur was pulled over by the New Jersey State Police, shot with her hands up, then charged with the murder of a New Jersey state trooper. Assata spent years in prison before escaping the maximum security wing of the Clinton Correctional Facility for Women in New Jersey in 1979. She then moved to Cuba, where she has been granted a political asylum. Ironically, on this exact day of May 2nd, 1972, J. Edgar Hoover died, serving as the director of the FBI for 48 consecutive years. Assata's trial and conviction represented tension of race relations and police brutality, while Assata's detractors continue to label her a ruthless killer. Her defenders cite her as the victim of a systematic racist campaign campaign to criminalize and suppress the Black Power movement. J. Edgar Hoover once stated, and it was a constant concern of his, to prevent the rise of a messiah who could unify and electrify the militant Black nationalist movement. All involved in this fatal shooting were New Jersey State Troopers Warner Forster and James Harper, Black Liberation Army members Sundiata Acoli, Zai Malik Shakur, and Assata Shakur. Trooper Harper was wounded. Trooper Forster was killed. Zai Malik Shakur was killed. Sundiata Acoli is still in a federal penitentiary serving a life sentence for the murder of the same New Jersey State Trooper that the FBI is currently looking to apprehend Assata. Assata herself was shot. The Black Panther Party, original name Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, a Black Power revolutionary party founded on October 15, 1966 in Oakland, California by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. The two met as students at Marriott Junior College. The party's original purpose was to patrol Black neighborhoods to protect residents from acts of police brutality. The Black Panther Party eventually developed into a Black Power revolutionary army that created the 10-point platform and program that served as the foundation of the party. Unfortunately, point number 7 became the major focus of this 10-point agenda. The Black Panther Party was targeted by the Federal Bureau of Investigation's COINTELPRO, as well as by state and local law enforcement. COINTELPRO is a series of covert and illegal projects conducted by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, and disrupting domestic political organizations. COINTELPRO tactics are still used to this day and have been alleged to include discrediting targets through psychological warfare, smear campaigns using forged documents, and planting false reports in the media, harassment, wrongful imprisonment, and extreme violence, including assassination. Beginning in 1969, leaders of the Black Panther Party were targeted by the COINTELPRO and neutralized by being assassinated, imprisoned, public humiliation, or falsely charged with crimes. Common tactics used by COINTELPRO were perjury, witness harassment, witness intimidation, and withholding of evidence. J. Edgar Hoover issued directives governing COINTELPRO, ordering FBI agents to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize the activities of these movements and especially their leaders. Under Hoover, the agent in charge of COINTELPRO was William C. Sullivan. Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy personally authorized some of the programs. Black Panther Party members confronted politicians, challenged the police, and protected Black citizens from police brutality. The Black Panther Party's community service programs, called survivor programs, provided free breakfast for school children, sickle cell anemia screening, legal aid, and adult education. The Black Power movement was a global revolution. At its peak in the late 1960s, the Black Panther Party membership exceeded 2,000 members, and the organization operated chapters in several major American cities. The Black Panther Party merged into the Black Liberation Army, an organization created in 1970. The organization's program was against the United States government, and its stated goal was to take up arms for the liberation and self-determination of Black people in the United States. The Constitution of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and the African Communities League. Preamble. The Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League is a social friendly, humanitarian, charitable, educational, institutional, constructive, and expansive society, and is founded by persons desiring to the utmost to work for the general uplift of Negro peoples of the world. And the members pledge themselves to all in their power to conserve the rights of their noble race and to respect the rights of all mankind, believing always in the brotherhood of man and the fatherhood of God. The motto of the organization is one God, one aim, one destiny. Therefore, let justice be done to all mankind, realizing that if the strong oppresses the weak, confusion and discontent will ever mark the path of man, but with love, faith, and charity towards all, the reign of peace and plenty will be hurled into the world, and the generations of men shall be called blessed. In effect, July 1918, amended in August 1920, August 1921, and August 1922,